Imagine this, a young Nigerian music producer. Let's call him Tolu. He spends weeks crafting a fire beat in his small room in Surulere. He uploads his snippets to Instagram, hoping to attract some attention. A few months later, he's at a party and hears this exact beat blasting through the speakers on a major artist's new track. His heart drops. No call, no DM, no credits, and definitely no payment. He tries to reach out but gets ignored. He's told, "That's the game, bro. Big names take what they want." But what if I told you, under the Nigerian law, Tolu has rights, real enforceable rights? In this video, I'll show you how copyrights can protect creators like Tolu and how you can secure your work or content before it's too late. The first thing you want to do when your content or your intellectual property has been stolen by another person is to get your lawyer to take out a suit expressly asking the court for these following things: that the use of your intellectual property or your content, whatever form your content is, without your consent is illegal. Damages for unauthorized use of that content. You are entitled to damages in that scenario. An injunction restraining the people taking undue advantage of your intellectual property. Now let's explain what the term copyright means. The term copyright means just what it says. It's the right to make copies of a given work. That means that a person cannot use your content, or I'll call it your intellectual property, without your express consent. Copyright is a right to stop others from making copies of your content without your permission. By Section 2 of the Copyright Act 2022, there are specific categories of contents that are eligible for copyright protection: literary works, musical works, artistic works, audiovisual works, sound recordings, and broadcasts. By virtue of Section 15 and 16 of the Copyright Act 2022, a copyright is infringed by any person who, without the license or authorization of the owner of the copyright, does or causes any other person to do an act, the doing of which is controlled by copyright. There are three categories of persons that can sue for copyright, which is the protection of their intellectual property. Section 37 of the Copyright Act 2022 expressly lists these three categories of persons. The first is the owner, the second is the assignee, the third is the exclusive licensee. Now, the owner of a copyright is the person that created the copyright. Now, if the owner of the copyright assigns that content to a particular person, that person also has the ability to sue. And there's also, the third is also the exclusive licensee. Exclusive licensee is a person that has rights over the owner. Let's use, for example, we know the Nigerian musician named Wizkid when he was in EME owned by Banky W. And Banky W has, the EME company had a right over Wizkid's album called Superstar that he produced. So they are, in this scenario, they will be termed an exclusive licensee. Now you want your lawyer to expressly state the category which you fall under among these persons I've earlier mentioned. Your suit must expressly state the following: the title of the claimant to sue, your title as claimant to sue, whether as owner, assignee, or exclusive licensee. I've explained what these terms means previously. Now you must expressly show that the copyright is being continued. You must also clearly show where the person that has infringed on your copyright has exactly done that. By Section 251 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it is the Federal High Court that has jurisdiction over copyright cases. So you want to get your lawyer to institute the suit in a Federal High Court in Nigeria.